special time for those who want uh, assistance or support for their projects. Prime Fortunate Bekeluluwa this year is basically going to focus much of giveaway, and this is going to be on social media. Like you have known that we are the only organization and NGO that have been into free education for the past 5 years in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State, where we have over 8 schools that are free school until 2023. Right now, we want to do more for people on the internet. We want to see people who have a proof for their good projects. Nonetheless, I'm going to share some knowledge with you at this very end of this time that you need to understand. And I have my media aide with me who wants to ask me a question on the publication I just made recently on social media, especially on Facebook. Let me hear you. What are the questions you said people are asking?
Yes, this is about the current video, the one you just made today, which talked about the unseen beings living with humans. So I just wanted you to explain further because some questions are coming in and they're like,
okay, speak on.
Okay, and they're like, they want to know how they can differentiate between the good and evil unseen beings.
The good spirit, and on the social media, I had a discussion about who are the partners of humans, who answers the prayers of humans, and who should human work with. As much as you all know that God is not on earth, and He has made you the king over this earth. Do as you know. Right now, I talked about the unseen being that works and aid and guide and updates humans, reform, create, and a lot of things for human. And when you die, you become splitted into 3. Now, how do you now differentiate? Yeah, I specifically say that the unseen being are godly. So whichever spirit that is telling you what is not clean, it is not of God. Simple. Whatever mind that comes to you, it could be a voice of the spirit. It is not godly if it's not a good thing for others, or if it's a good thing that is against others for yourself. Such is not from God. Okay? The next question.
Okay, so they also want to know how they can be conscious of the unseen beings, like when they come around, not being that, oh, my angel is around.
Of course, I talked about subconscious. Be conscious of the subconsciousness in the conscious, and I redefined what consciousness being in reality. What I want to say now is you can be conscious of it when you are subconscious, and be conscious in the subconscious of yourself. You must be ushered into subconsciousness and be conscious in the realm of subconsciousness. There are 2 beings with human. There is a being that could relate well with a subconscious of practical. So when you are working with a practical being, you're probably going to be unconscious of what is happening in the subconscious. But the moment you translate to the beings of the spiritual, you could work straight with the subconscious. So all you need to do is, most times when you want to work with the being of sin, is just to be absent of the physical. How? Just zero yourself. Don't think. When you think you're on earth, when you don't think you are not on earth again, don't think. Memory should not remind you of anything. Then, of course, you are already working with a being of sin. So, with time, but it has to do with being tarry in that realm. You got to be tarry. You have to stay longer in unconscious of your subconsciousness. Okay?
This consciousness we are talking about, does it have to do with spirituality?
Anytime you are not conscious of the physical, nothing comes to you. Don't think about anything. In fact, if you want to think about something, just think about things that are not seen. Talking about God you have never seen before, you're already spiritual. That's what it means to be spiritual.
So how about people that don't know God?
You don't need to be. Humans are spiritual beings. You don't need to know God. Nobody knows God on earth. There's nobody knows God on earth. If people are praying to God or ascribing their favor to God, that does not mean it's God that does it for them. It is the same beings that God set aside, assigned for their being, that is working with them, and everybody has it. So God doesn't even want anybody to know him. In the reasons, he doesn't want you to know him. It is not on earth. It's not identical with these beings of this earth. You okay? He has given the earth to humans. The earth cannot contain the God Almighty. So he has given you his spirit. And those spirits is even identified as not being one. There are 7 in the book of Revelation. So there are 7 spirits according to. So meaning an individual is more important than the whole world. Meaning you could have more than 7 spirits, 7 agents of God working with you. So you, when forget your question.
I was talking about.
You must with God. No, you don't have to know God before you walk with the Spirit. Just whenever you are in zero mind, you are not desiring of anything. You don't even try to be conscious whether you are spiritual or not. You just don't have. You just say, "Let me hold on my breath, my dear." Take a deep breath. And stay longer there. You're in the Spirit. You see, you now breathe in as if you are trying to release something. Yeah, you are receiving energy, spiritual energy. That's what it means. Just cool down for a while. You're in the spiritual.
So another thing that is asked here is, how can they?
You have to be fast. I don't have time online, please. Fast.
Can you also throw more light on the points that where you advise people to stop giving free money? You talked about someone giving free money, like you shouldn't give free money this time around.
Yeah.
So that is maybe misunderstood. Like maybe you're trying to say don't help people.
Of course. No, it's another topic for another day. I'm going to have live program on this very platform. Please subscribe to my YouTube live. Anytime you see me on live, please join me, and you can as well ask questions and gain from my giveaway a gift. So I'm going to have another program that deals with what people should do. It's better to make people than giving them something. So and the way to go about it will be elaborated on in my next message. Thank you. I don't know if it stopped yet. Has it stopped yet? Come and stop it, that's what I mean. Don't discard it.
Is I just stopped? They're asking if you want to write something.
No, it's a create post. That's where I went to. Okay. Stop. Stop it.
You want to stop?
It's going on. It's